Another classification is as to importance or dependence of one upon another. So this we have already discussed this. Principal, these are contracts which can stand alone or by itself. Accessory, which depends upon another contract for its existence, and this accessory depends on the principal, so it cannot exist on its own. So this without a C here. Another kind of contract in this classification is the preparatory contracts. By the way, articles of partnership or articles of corporation falls under this category, preparatory, because before entering a contract in a business of partnership, before you can negotiate or enter into a contract with another person using your partnership, you have to form first the partnership, right? Or you have to form first your corporation. So before entering into contract, so first you have to sign between your partners the articles of partnership. Then, after submitting all your documents or registering yourselves, the partnership in the with the DTI and the SEC and other licensing agencies of the state, then you can enter into contract with your customers, no? So articles of partnership is a preparatory contract to enter into business, no? Contract with your customers. Another classification as to parties obliged. This could either be unilateral or bilateral, no? If only one party is obliged to perform, that's called unilateral. So example of this is the donation, no? The donor is the only person required to give the thing, while the donee merely accepts the thing. So that's unilateral, example of unilateral. On the other hand, bilateral, in this case, both parties are required to render reciprocal obligations. So reciprocal, so prestations, I'm sorry. So bilateral reciprocals, they go together. So in a contract of sale, it's an example of a bilateral contract because both parties are required to render the respective obligations. So one is the seller is going to deliver the object while the buyer is bound to deliver the payment. So that's example of a bilateral. Okay, another classification of contract is as to name or designation. We have discussed it already. Now, first is nominate. So if the contract has a special name designated by law, so it's under nominate. Another classification is called innominate. So as I've stated a while ago, that innominate contracts are those without names. So there are four kinds in this. The first one is do des, which means I give that you may give. By the way, these are Latin terms here, and the translation in English are on the right side of the slide. Second is do ut facias, which is I give that you may do. Third is facio des, which is I do that you may give. And the last one is facio ut facias, I do that you may do. So do ut des, an example of this is that I will give you my cell phone if you will give me your laptop. So In short, we are exchanging things. I give you my cell phone and you are giving me your laptop. So there's exchange of things, but nowadays this is already falling under barter. No, there is a law which governs barter, and it specifically states that the name of this act is called barter. So do this, therefore, is no longer innominate because it was given a name by law and it's called barter. It's common nowadays in the Facebook or barter online, no barter online. So this no longer innominate. Let's go to the second type. I give that you may do. So example, I'll give you my cell phone. If you will, let's say for example, you are a computer programmer. So if you will make me a computer app or a mobile app, so it connects to my business. So that is an example of number 2. Number 3, I do that you may give. So this is a reverse of the second one. So example, because I'm a lawyer, I will do legal service to you, and you may give me your laptop. No? So if you want to file a complaint or defend yourself in court, I can be of service, so I will do. And then as your mode of payment, you will give me your laptop. Okay. So that falls under fascio des. And the last innominate is fascio ad fascias, which is I do that you may do. Say, for example, I am a car painter, so I will paint your car. If you will, also, let's say you're a computer programmer again, if you do a computer app or mobile app for me. Yeah? So both of the persons or the parties in a contract are willing to do their specialties. So that falls under number 4, fascio ad fascias. So in a contract, as I've stated, there are different stages. So first one is preparation or negotiation. Then we have perfection or birth. Then consummation or performance. So when is there perfect preparation or negotiation? So to illustrate, I'll give you an example. Buyer, a person came and likes the house and approaches the owner. So he said, okay, I like your house. I'm going to buy it for 10 million pesos. So there's an offer from a prospective buyer. So the owner of this house, say for example, hey, it's too cheap. I have built this house for 11 million and you're buying it for 10 million. So I'm getting a loss. You know? Why not make it 12 million? So the owner said, 12 million. So there is now a counter offer. So offer, then counter offer. So the offer is not accepted, but there is a qualification to the offer. What's the qualification? To increase it by 2 million from 10 million. Now it's up to 12 million. So there is negotiation. So this is the phase of negotiation in my example. So comes perfection or birth when the seller will accept the counter offer. So if the owner of the house say, if the buyer will say, it's not the seller who accepts, it's the buyer, no? The buyer accepts the counter offer of the seller for 12 million, and the buyer said, you wanted 12 million? The buyer says, okay, I will pay you cash tomorrow. So when he says, okay, that's the perfection or the birth stage of a contract. No? So what is consummation? What about consummation or performance? When will this happen? So when tomorrow comes, the buyer is bringing with him 12 million pesos cash. And when the sellers saw the money or sees the money, so he will sign or make a deed of sale or a contract of sale and signs the deed of sale. Then delivers the title of the property as well as the key of the house. Okay, you are now the new owner. I'm giving you the key, the title, plus the deed of sale or a contract of sale. And then in return, the buyer gives the 12 million pesos cash. And there is a lawyer also needed for this. It has to be in public instrument, so there should be a notary act, meaning there should be a notary public. Okay, so that ends our discussion for this video. That's part 1. For any questions, clarifications, or wild reactions, you may email me my Gmail account or send me a message through my FB, Attorney Lyndon Mac. This is your host, Attorney Lyndon Maceren, saying goodbye.